Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I would like to say thank you for the time that has been given to me to presenting this article. The title is Village Community Business in Maintaining Traditional Food, Opak Ladu based on Creative Economy, presented by Beni Dwi Komara, Laili Heri Cahyo Bagus Santausa, Setiawan, Arif Aris Kurniawan. We are from Program of Entrepreneurship, Economic and Business Faculty, University of Muhammadiyah, Gresik. Introduction. An era of the Industrial Revolution 4.0 makes the creative economy one of the strategic issues that deserve to be the main strategy to win global competition. The key is to continue to innovate and be creative in order to increase economic added value through the capitalization of creative ideas. The fact was conveyed by Hawkins that in America has been a new economic wave in the form of creativity-based goods and services with a value of more than 414 billion US dollar in 2017 alone. Many experts interpret this creative economy, while John Hawkins himself defined it as an economic activity that rests on the exploration and exploitation of creative ideas that have high selling value. We see this in its 16 sectors, including fashion, art, culinary, product design, online games, film, animation, and others, which are worthy of being a strategic choice to continue to be developed. The phenomenon of the Burger King franchise, Yoshinoya and sushi food, the traditional food in the country that spread through the world. It's just an example to how creativity can become an economic engine. Especially the culinary business has considerable potential due to the increase in the souvenir business, according to a report by Industry and Trade Services, by 20 until 25%, much higher than the increase in economic growth, with, which is only around 3%. Therefore, economics are optimistic that in the coming years, hawker centers will be brighter. Now it has grown rapidly, has even become one of the mainstays of the local government in increasing regional budget revenue, or PAD, Masihudin 2010. Opak Ladu is actually a typical food from the Project Ngablak village at Lamongan city, which has been producing it from generation to generation. However, there are only a few producers of Opak Ladu, and all of them are old people. The consumers of this Ladu Opak are also mostly from the older generation. Community effort need to be made so that Opak Ladu can be maintained and developed based on the creativity economy so that it is able to be solution to the problem of economic inequality and welfare. This study aims to determine the existence of Opak Ladu, traditional Opak Ladu food in society, the development of Opak Ladu producer, and the effort made to maintain Opak Ladu based on creative economy so that it is to be a solution to the problem of economic inequality and welfare. Research method. The study uses a descriptive method using qualitative analysis through analysis using a scientific approach in accordance with the actual situation. The sample is called the informant, namely the person who is the source of the information. Based on the consideration, the informant in the study were: number one is head of village, number two, head of PKK, or Family Welfare Empowerment Group, and two members. Number three is sick producer of Opak Ladu. Data used in this qualitative research are primary data and secondary data obtained from various sources. Primary data is data of 10 people involved in the management of traditional food in Ngabla village. Secondary data were collected by researchers to support primary data. The study used the researcher himself as a research instrument. In the study, researchers collected information about the data need by asking, listening, and talking note. Taking note, researchers are collect the data from the various sources related to their research. Analyze used interpretative descriptive supported by Miles and Haberman's theory. Research result and discussion. Number one, the existence of Opak Ladu in the community. Lamongan people still hold an hereditary tradition of presenting Opak Ladu as a special dish on Eid al-Fitri. Ladu is actually the original dish of the Ngabla village, which has been passed down from generation to generation. Ladu itself is produced by a small proportion of residents here, almost of whom are parents. Ladu is, a, Ladu is usually marketed in traditional markets, such as Pahing Friday Market, the Sekaran Market, and the market adjacent to this village. From there, then spread to Lamongan area. Lebaran has a lot of Ladu orders, increasing demand until 10 times. During it, one person could produce 120 kilograms per month or about 4 kilograms per day. But on weekend, the demand is very small because consumers are only the older generation, while the younger generation prefer fast food. Number three, the development of Opak Ladu producers. The small demand resulted in a decrease in the number of Opak Ladu producers. Only 6 producers, all of whom are old. The younger generation are reluctant to become Opak Ladu producer, and lately the skill have not been mastered by the young people. The village government is very eager to preserve this snack from their ancestor. However, they admit that the ladu production process is very constrained by manual method, so the production is slow. Moreover, the minimum amount of the production and the lack of residents who are engaged in making ladu snack have resulted in the marketing of ladu snack only serving consumer in the Lamongan area. Even though main guests come from outside Lamongan, in this case, it is very ironic. Ladu producer don't get many order on weekend, making it is impossible to grow new producer. On the other hand, there are potential need for Opak Ladu to serve Lamongan and other cities due to product availability. Number three, Number three, the community effort to maintain Opak Ladu based on creative economy. The community and local government has conducted the entrepreneurship training effort by providing knowledge, skill, and business mentality to Opak Ladu producers and housewives surrounding the village. The village government also has an agenda to include this Opak Ladu product in various product exhibition organized by the Lamongan regional government and the East Java province governments. According to the head of Ngabla village, Mr. Ali Ajib Anamsari, the village government has presented this Opak Ladu several times at exhibition. Most of the people at the exhibition interested with this traditional dish. However, this effort have not significantly increased Opak Ladu demands on weekdays as stated by the producer that has been selling ladu from generation to generation from grandmother from almost 10 years. Also, some producers only sell ladu during 8 days because high demand during the Eid. But on weekdays, most people do not produce this opak ladu because the demand is very small. Conclusion. The community's effort to maintain Opak Ladu food in the village are as follows. Number one, the Lamongan community still hold an hereditary tradition of serving Opak Ladu as a special dish on Eid al-Fitri so that sales increase 10 times. But on weekdays, the demand is very small, not very high. Small because the consumer of the older generation only, while the younger generation prefer fast food. Number two, this small demand on weekend resulted in a decrease in the number of Opak Ladu producers, only six of whom are old. Only six producers and all of them are old. The younger generation are reluctant to become Opak Ladu producer and prefer to migrate to look from work, to look for work, migrate from their area to look for work. Conclusion number three, the community and local government has carried out entrepreneurship training effort by providing knowledge, skill, and business mentality to Opak Ladu producers and housewives surrounding the village, as well as including of Opak Ladu product in various product exhibition organized by the Lamongan and East Java province government. But the result has not been able to increase Opak Ladu's demand. Suggestion. Based on the above conclusion, there are several things that need to be suggested, namely, number one, Opak Ladu producer together with the village government and the community need to take concrete steps to optimize the creative economy by updating innovative marketing strategies like creating market needs, price policy, and product added value. Then making mutual product identity, product communication approach through product display and digital marketing, and collaborating with the business stakeholders. Number two is further research should be focused on the implementing concrete steps to optimize the creative economy according to the above suggestion. Thank you very much for listening this article, the presentation of this article. Hopefully there are a lot of benefit for you. Thank you very much. Shukron barakallah. Thank you very much.